We're going to be beginning this morning with a deeply tragic story out of Abuja, where an explosion at the Salihu Tanko Islamiyya School in the Sabon Gari area has claimed two innocent lives and left families and a community in shock. Now, the explosion, which occurred during school hours, injured several students and caused widespread panic among parents and also residents. The police have since confirmed the incident and launched an investigation into the cause of the blast, though, well, there's still many more details that are incoming. This tragedy raises serious questions about safety, about security, and the protection of children in Nigeria's educational institution. The aftermath of the explosion has left Sabon Gari residents grappling with grief and fear. Families are mourning the loss of their children, while survivors are receiving medical care amidst an overwhelming atmosphere of uncertainty. Authorities have assured the public that investigations are ongoing and that the police are following up on leads to uncover what led to this terrible event.
It's a package put together by our correspondent Imarayi, who's been following the story. He visited the site of the incident and gathered first-hand accounts of what happened. More details after the authorities swept into action. Take a look.
Blood stains on eaten soybean meal and misplaced footwear tell the story of this tragedy. The explosion rocked the Salihu Tanko Islamiyya School in the Kuchibui district at Gari area council in Abuja. The incident, which is the first of its kind in the community, claimed the lives of two students and left others injured.
Yesterday, around 11 to 12, I come back for fun. As I do the road, I hear sign for gun. I don't know whether now gone, whether now watching. I even say na this quarry people they are bring stone. I say na them. I rush con. As I rush con, I can't reach main road. I can't see how some people they run to go. I must say I rush go there. I can't see people from the ground.
Yeah, na I fish man. One day so do mama na lamarin. I tell me come na. Ka abin da faru da mu.
The district head of the community, who was a victim of abduction by kidnappers about 2 years ago, reacted to the incident.
I want to tell the government, I want to tell all world, say, this Alimajiri, I'm not going to allow them to enter this my community again. The thing don't stop. We're not going to hear anything Alimajiri again for this my community. I want to beg government to say to get police station for this our community.
The Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 7 and the FCT Commissioner of Police visited the scene also to assess the situation.
This is not bomb blast. I cannot say this is bomb blast at all, because we are still investigating. This school was built for this nomadic education by the federal government of Nigeria, as it then was. So you can see some people has converted it to an Islamic school.
As investigations continue, the community remains on edge, hoping for swift action to prevent such tragedies in the future. Authorities are calling for increased vigilance and cooperation from the public to ensure safety of all residents. In Abuja for News Central, I am Joshua Imarayi.
And joining us.
Oh, I'll take it from there, Judith.
Well, you're on the screen. Go ahead, my friend.
So joining us right now is our correspondent, Joshua Imarayi, who actually put the package together. Joshua, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us here for this conversation. Now, Joshua...
Good morning to you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
If you could, please, can you describe the specific location of the incident and what you observed during the gathering of this details for the report?
Well, unfortunately for us in Abuja, as at Monday, we heard of an explosion that occurred in the outskirts of Abuja. That is the Kuchibui district in Gari area council. Kuchibui is just outskirts of Kubwa, the popular Kubwa area in Abuja. So we heard of it before we could access that and gather all resources to get there. It was late in the night. En route to that community, we saw the commissioner of police coming out of the community with his convoy. And when we got there, the images we saw, the debris we saw, told us stories of what actually transpired there earlier in the day. Because we saw, you must know this popular Hausa food, awara. We saw awara, some remnants of awara and the bucket. We saw some footwear. We saw blood all over. And one thing that caught my attention was particularly the classroom. The classroom is a classroom. The school is a classroom. It's a school with 3 classrooms particularly. And written boldly on top of that building is the Sangaya. I can't pronounce that. But it actually means Islamiyya, Salihu Tanko Islamiyya School. It made me ask so many questions when I got there, and I asked the residents of that place, this school here, does any of your community members attend the school? And they told me no. is anybody affected from your community? They told me no. The teachers from that particular school, is he a resident of this community? Told me no. You must understand that there is something that is common in Abuja here. Most indigenes of Abuja, they are termed baggy, yes. But unfortunately for those people are not baggy. Now, when we asked further, we understood that those people are actually people from Katsina who left Katsina to Abuja. And that particular school was established during the tenure of President Goodluck Jonathan when he swept in for nomadic education. Though, however, it was now converted to an Islamiyya school for Quranic studies, which the government is not aware of. So when we got to inquire more, we discovered that, yes, there was an explosion, and people died as a result of that explosion. But what is rather unclear now is the police is saying 2 adults who visited the Malam at the school actually brought that explosive device. But however, when we questioned the community for that, they told us that the people who died as a result of that explosion were students of that Islamiyya school. So many questions on that side, like you would believe me. So basically, that was what we saw there in that school.
And just very, there's just a lot has happened so far. I mean, the school being converted, the community members not attending the school, authorities not knowing what's really going on in the school. There's so much to unpack, and I'm very certain that, Joshua, you continue to follow up on the story as more details unfold, and as the police continue to probe the cause of the explosion and the nature of this explosion. But let's talk about the aftermath of this explosion. Were you able to speak to the families and the authorities? But before you answer that question, let's take a look at the aftermath of this tragedy. You put together this report. Let's take a look at this.
On January the 6th, an improvised explosive device was detonated at Salihu Tanko Islamiyya School in the Gari area council of Abuja. The explosion, which resulted in the deaths of 2 individuals and injuries to 2 others, has sparked reactions from residents of Abuja.
It is something they should be worried about, but they should also know that it's not the first time, and it's not going to be the last time. It will continue happening. We just have to accept the fact when something is bad, it's bad. The nation is not in good condition.
We thought we've gone past all these explosions here and there. If it's coming back, people should get worried, because we don't have to go back to the era where people are checked. It causes a lot of delay because of checkpoint and all of that. We shouldn't get to that point anymore.
For some, the incident is a call to security agencies to deepen their tentacles across all nooks and crannies of the capital.
Actually, our security agencies are doing fantastically well. But I will just urge them to intensify their efforts.
I once told a friend that the most safest place in Nigeria should be FCT. So if Abuja is not safe, that means the whole Nigeria is not safe. Because coming from Kaduna State, I know what we face. I know the things that people are facing every day.
This tragic incident has once again highlighted the pressing need for enhanced security measures in schools and communities across the Federal Capital Territory. Residents are calling for urgent action to prevent a reoccurrence of such events and ensure the safety of all. In Abuja for News Central, I am Joshua Imarayi.
Very valid concerns there from the residents of Abuja. Joshua, once again, many thanks for joining us and just shedding more light on this devastating event. And we hope to, I'm sure you're going to continue to follow up on this story as the police continue their investigation to the cause and the root cause of this explosion. But Joshua, many thanks for joining us.